Texas Department of Public Safety now has to keep track of the race of the people that they pull over because they want to make sure they're not discriminating against minorities. There's some charges that they've been doing that in the past. Well, KXAN, which is a local station in Texas, decided to look into over 16 million traffic citations to find out if Texas is doing this right. That's great. That's actual journalism. Terrific job there by KXAN, right? And so they found a list of the people that they've been pulling over and then classifying into different categories. Now, you ready for this? These are 4 out of the top 5 names that have been described as white, okay? So these are white people that got pulled over in Texas. Last name, Garcia. Second last name, Martinez. Third one, Rodriguez. These are all people that cops called white when they pulled them over. There is a different category for Latino. They did not check that off. And finally, Hernandez. So apparently, these are the top white names, okay? 4 out of the top 5 white names. Garcia, Martinez, Rodriguez, and Hernandez. Joke. It's a joke, man. They're not paying attention. They don't care. They go, oh, you don't want me to pull over minorities and you want me to keep track. I'm going to ignore the law. I'm just going to pull over minorities and then check off, oh yeah, Hernandez, totally white, right? And of course, not just Latinos. They're also pulling over black people. Here, let me show you a selection of people that they pulled over and called white. I don't have their names. I have their pictures. I'm pretty sure that dude's not white. Okay, I'm spitballing here, but also not white. Latino there. I'm positive she's not white. Okay, how about this dude? Not very white. I don't know what he is, but he ain't white. Okay, maybe you make that mistake. I can hear you on that. And how about this? No, probably not that mistake. Okay, so that guy was called white. They don't care. They're not going to follow the law. They're above the law. If you pass any law you like, they're not going to follow it. They're spitting in our face here. I thought we lived in a democracy. So when they're asked about it, DPS Director Stephen McCraw suggested that mistakes were the fault of in-car computer systems instead of the troopers. Oh, yeah, I know. That's usually how the systems inside a cop's car works. All right, I'm going to press Latino. Bloop, bloop. No, I disagree. I am going to make it white. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Okay. Sergeant Gary Chandler continues from the Department of Public Safety. When the troopers out there doing this job, I can speak for DPS. They're looking for a violation, the vehicle that makes the violation. And whenever they pull that vehicle over, whatever human being is driving it is irrelevant. No, that's not true. That's why they had to pass the law in the first place, even in Texas, because it was so obvious that you were only pulling over minorities. And have you changed? No, you didn't change at all. You're still pulling over just minorities because you're racist, okay? And I'm not saying that particular guy, Sergeant Gary Chandler, or even a particular guy who pulled over a clearly black dude and called him white. No, the system is racist. Yes, I said it. Fox News, your head can explode now. It is racist. That's why you pull over Latinos and black people more, greatly disproportionately, than you pull over white people. Because you assume that blacks and Latinos might be up to no good, that they might have committed a crime, and you assume, well, that's a white guy. He didn't do anything wrong. He's just like me. He's a citizen. He's a good guy. That's why I'm not going to pull him over. Now, it's inconvenient that you caught me doing this, but come on, let's be realistic. The minorities are the violent ones, right? I mean, remember slavery when the blacks did all that damage to white people and they whipped them and they enslaved them and they raped them and they killed them? Remember when blacks did that to whites? Oh, right, no, that was the white people who did that, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Blacks are more violent, Latinos are more violent, we got to pull them over, right? Well, hey, maybe you're arresting them at a disproportionate rate because you're pulling them over and investigating them at a disproportionate rate. Maybe your assumption that they're violent or they're criminals is what's leading you to arrest more of them. Oh, yeah, that's what we're trying to stop, right? But you don't go, oh, you go, who cares, man? Let's just call them white and be done with it. I hope the people who do this, I hope they're all busted. I hope they're all fired, okay? Oh, you can't say that. Cop lives matter. They're just trying to protect good white people. Did I say that out loud? I meant protect everybody. Yeah, sure. Yes, I want them fired. Yes, I want them fired. If they're going to keep picking on Latinos, they're going to keep picking on black people, and they're going to cheat while doing that. They're going to ignore the law while they're doing that. Well, your job is to enforce the law, not to ignore the law. That's a pretty good reason to fire you.